pretty red Porsche. But that's not what we're talking about. Guess who got his lifts in from China? What a process that was. By the time this video posts, it won't matter because these will all be installed, but this is me leaving $30,000 in lifts hanging out outside my warehouse for anyone to come take. However, they're not very easy to move. When you're looking at a bunch of high-interest credit card debt, the world seems like it's caving in on you, right? You feel like you're in a tunnel and you're trapped and you can't get out. It's unfortunate, and sometimes you want some sort of helping hand to reach out and say, I got you, buddy. Well, that's where today's video sponsor, Upstart, is here to help. Upstart-powered personal loans can help you pay down high-interest debt all online with simple and easy-to-understand payment terms. Upstart has helped over 1.8 million customers on their path to financial freedom. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, Upstart can help you get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. Upstart knows you're more than just your credit score, so rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart's model considers other factors like your income, employment, and other information provided in your loan application to find you a smarter rate for your loan. You can check your rate in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000 without impacting your credit score. You can even receive funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan. So to check your rate today, visit upstart.com/SSR. I put a link right below in the description. Make sure you click that one. This way they know you came from me. Also, loan amounts are going to be determined based off your credit, income, and certain other factors you put in your application. So be honest there. It's upstart.com/SSR. I put a link right below in the description. All right, what's up, everybody? You'll remember when I first got this shop, it was pretty barren, and I was describing how I was going to line this whole wall with lifts. Well, guess what? I did. Now, when I first got my lift, it's all the way in the corner, it was like $2,200. Times have changed, so I start looking for lifts, and I'm like, wow, these things are like $3,500, $4,000. And to get a reasonable lift, and they're all pretty much the same, it was like $4,000. They're all made in China for the most part. There are some made in America lifts. There's bend pack, there's rotary, which this one's a rotary. They're like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 for a lift. And that gets a little out of most people's budget. $2,000, $3,000 is reasonable. So what did I do? I went on Walmart.com and I said, Walmart's got lifts for like $3,200. So the guy was gonna pay $3,800. I was like, hey, we got them on Walmart for $32,000. Can you at least price match? And the guy looked it up. He's like, that's below the MAP, which the MAP is minimum advertised price, which means he's a reseller. Everybody's a reseller, just as like Walmart is. They're reselling it, but he's marking it up, and he's saying Walmart never adjusted their pricing up. So I was like, well, Walmart's letting me buy them, so click, click. Sorry, pal, no hard feelings. I'm going to buy them through Walmart. Now, these things are heavy, right? They're like 1,600 pounds a lift. That's heavy, it's expensive to ship, or you have to figure out how to get it here. Walmart just lumped it into like bulk shipping or something, so it was like $45 a lift to ship. And I was like, all right, Walmart wins, ding, ding, ding. Bad news is Walmart didn't ship them. And I was like, oh, shit, like I ordered them through Walmart, this is great. Walmart didn't ship them, so I'm like, all right, you know what? People in the video were like, hey, check out Alibaba. And I'm like, I don't want those Chinese lifts because I don't want them to fall on my cars. And I'm like, steel is steel. And you start looking at Alibaba, all the lifts are the same. And if you buy a certain amount, they let you brand them. So like Atlas, Gemini, Ferretti lifts, they're all like just white label lifts from China that they buy in bulk and then they resell in America. And then the thing I noticed is when you're looking, these China lifts are significantly cheaper. It's $1,200. And I'm like, $1,200, $3,500, what's the worst that's going to happen? So I decided to put the order in, and it was a little disconcerting, right? Because buying stuff through Alibaba in China is not like going and swiping your Amex at Walmart. Because Amex at Walmart, if it doesn't show up, whatever, you charge it back. China, I had to send a wire transfer. So here I am talking to this guy and just seeing he's got enough positive reviews, and I'm like, I hope this isn't a scam. If they don't send these lifts over, I'm out 15 grand. So I was willing to take that risk. We sent it over. He was sending me photos along the lines. And then I started getting a little nervous, right? Because he's, oh, sorry, the ports are closed for COVID. And I'm like, sounds like you're running away with my money, pal. Here's some pictures of your lifts. I'm like, great, yeah, here's a picture of my Brooklyn Bridge. I bought it. Like, I didn't believe that. Instead of the 3 or 4 Walmart lifts for $15,000, I was getting 8 lifts from China for $1,200 a piece. And you start doing the math, you're like, all right, that's like $9 grand. But it wasn't $9 grand because once you add shipping and export fees and everything on that, it came out to $15,000 or $16,000. So I'm like, all right, 15 grand is still $2,000 a lift, still significantly cheaper. Fast forward, they get to the port finally, and I'm like, oh, the guy sent me over the paperwork I needed. We had to go through the process of like doing the import paperwork and everything. Then the import paperwork, and then the last mile trucking from the airport came in at another $9 grand. I'm like, oh, I didn't see that one coming. So my super deal of $1,200 a lift came out to almost $3,000 a lift, because that's another $1,000 a lift. So now it's $1,200 for the lift, $2,000 with the shipping per lift, then another import taxes and everything like that, and that last mile trucking came to $3,000 a lift, still cheaper than getting them from the US for the same lift, but a lot more work. Now, when I say they're the same lift, like this is actually, you can't really look at this one because this is the extra wide rotary lift. I keep it here because this space I'm not going to fill in because we come through here with the forklift. So to put a lift there, we'd have to roll the lift out of the way to move the forklift. Otherwise, I would have another lift there, but there's an access door. The rest of the lifts are all the same. It doubled the capacity of my warehouse. Now I could fit 35 cars in a 3,500 square foot space, and that's a lot of cars. We've got most of the lifts together, except for the 2 down here. And I got to figure out where these 2 are going to end up going. Now, they're all 8,000 pound lifts. If you go online and look at automotive supply, or you name Best Buy, automotive supply, whatever it is, lifts are like, when you do apples to apples, they're about $4,200, and that doesn't include shipping, which comes with a custom quote. So to get a lift, it's going to be like $4,500 no matter what. There was more risk, there was more work getting it from China, but ultimately it was significantly cheaper. $3,000 for one lift, delivered, paperwork, and dealing with the process. That's going to be the cheapest way to get a lift in your garage, but they are spectacular when you get them, install them, and double your capacity. Now this place looks like a proper storage place. We've got 17 cars behind me here on the wall, where otherwise we would have had 7. I'll put a link in the description to the one that I bought through Alibaba. I know they're going to deliver. The way I went through the process mentally is I went to a company that had a lot of reviews, and you look at the lifts, they're all the same. They have the same functionality, the same steel, and at the end of the day, they'll hold up the cars, and that's what you're looking for. If you want quick and to put it on your credit card, then you got to get something from the US, and it's going to be a little bit more expensive to do that. I didn't save as much money as I thought. But taking a $1,200 product, whoever made this got $1,200, and then everything else goes to transport, shipping, and taxes, fees, import duties, export duties. It sucks, but that's the way of the world. Rob Ferretti, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.